Would you wait an hour for a pork chop with curry sauce and rice? I have been wanting to try Sun King Yuen here in Wan Chai forever, but I have always been very daunted by the fact that there is always a line for this place. They're only open for lunch from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. So it's a very small window to get their signature dish. We're gonna finally brave the line and see if it's worth the hype. Okay, so we have made it to Sun King Yuen. There is quite a line. It is 1:18 p.m. We are right there. And you can see that people have even fallen in line past us. So one of the biggest things I've adopted as someone who lives in Hong Kong is the umbrella to ward off the sun. So it's already been almost 20 minutes and we're still waiting in line and I'm literally melting, like I'm sweating through my shirt. So luckily there was a 7-Eleven down the street. So I'm just gonna hang here in the aircon until Mike tells me that we're almost at the front. So since they also take takeaway orders, you're definitely going to be waiting in line for a while. We've now been waiting for 40 minutes. All right, we have finally sat down after 50 minutes of waiting. So this better be worth it. Oh, and they have sold out of the beef pho fun. So if you want to try that, make sure that you come early. Oh my God, this is huge. This is definitely much bigger than any other pork chop you usually get at a local cha chaan teng. So I guess you're getting your money's worth here. All right, let's see if we can finish it. So here's the pork chop. You can see it's quite juicy and it comes with this curry sauce that you can dip the pork chop into. It's very tender. Wow. It's very crispy. The curry sauce is not too spicy. It's like your Hong Kong curry sauce. It's thin. And then we have the rice. You definitely want the rice since it's very rich. It's the right amount of fattiness. Very good. Another thing is I wish there was like a second sauce or something, just to change up the flavor. There is so much pork in this. It's definitely a high quality pork chop. Sometimes when you go to like the local cha chaan teng, they do the velveting technique. So the pork is very tender, but it's almost too soft. This is a meaty bite. All right, I'm about halfway through my pork chop and it's definitely super good, but try to order something else because for me, it's getting a little bit, like I want a different flavor, so I'm eating the pork chop plain, which is very good. Like the pork chop itself, on its own, you can just eat it on its own. Like a high quality breading. I think there's a little bit of 5-spice powder in there, so it has almost like, just a little bit, not quite like a Taiwanese pork chop, but in that vicinity. And then the curry itself, there's definitely some kind of garam masala or curry powder, ginger, something that's adding some heat. It's very good. So I think the main difference, there's going to be a lot of cha chaan teng that serve a Hong Kong style pork chop, and they might even serve it with a curry sauce, but most places will not have it crispy. It almost looks like I didn't even eat. Both of us have leftovers. Mike ate a lot more rice than I did. I was just focusing on getting my protein. But yeah, you can actually get it takeaway. So we are going to save the rest. So you just ask Da Bao to get takeaway. We are going to have this for leftovers tomorrow to reheat in our air fryer. Honestly though, I could definitely finish this plate. The only reason we're not finishing it is because we want to get more food in this area right after this. Like I really want to get a pineapple bun. It really has so much rice. Oh, just have to pay $1 Hong Kong for takeaway container. Do you want your rice too? No, just one rice. It's already.
You didn't eat any of it, right?
This is nuts because look at how much pork chop. We definitely could have just had one between the two of us, but they have a minimum charge. Like each person has to order one dish. So if you're coming to Sun King Yuen, make sure to bring cash. We screwed up. Most places also take octopus, We obviously did not do enough research and did not have enough cash, so I'm waiting here while Mike runs to the ATM. Our total bill for 2 pork chops with rice and 2 iced milk teas was $234, 30 US dollars. I think it's definitely worth it. It's a huge portion. We have an entire thing of leftovers. If you are seriously craving a crispy, meaty pork chop, then this is a good spot to go. To be honest though, I just don't like waiting that long for food. It took an hour from the time we got in line to when we got our pork chop. So if you don't want to wait that long, you can come right before they open. From reviews, it seems like there's usually already a line within 15 to 20 minutes before they open. But 20 minutes is definitely better than an hour. Take that into account if you ever want to come here. Maybe weekdays are better. So yeah, maybe next time the pork chop craving hits, I'll come back here. But you can also find very similar dishes at a lot of cha chan teng or diners around Hong Kong with the tender pork chop with curry sauce. So again, choose your battles, decide if you want to wait in line or not, and yeah, come support a local business, Sun King Yuen, here in Wan Chai in Hong Kong. So just 1 block over from the curry shop is Tung Avenue. Oh, there's a cute doggy. So this is a shopping street. It's very popular during Chinese New Year. They put lanterns all in the sky, so it's a very pretty spot for taking pictures. But it's also just a very cute little street with different shops and restaurants. So one of the little hidden gems of Tung Avenue is that if you go through these doors, so sort of toward the middle of something, you can go to the rooftop garden on the 5th floor. Mike has never seen this, so let's do it. So there's just this little, yeah, there's this little garden if you want to have some peace and quiet. And you can even bring dogs here. But yeah, like there's no one here. You could get your pork chop takeaway and eat it with the sounds of fountains and surrounded by trees and greenery. There's even a little Cinderella carriage and swan fountains. So we just crossed over this overpass. We're literally just walking around before we go to try some pineapple buns. This is Hopewell Centre, which is another little shopping center. By chance, we were literally just roaming around and then we remembered that Hopewell Centre has this famous elevator. So you go to the 17th floor first. So out of the elevators, you want to make a left. We went the complete roundabout way. You want to go to the Grand Buffet. So this is a very unique thing because this elevator, it's a full glass elevator with views of the city. You can even see the harbor. Bank of China building. And since you're going to the 56th floor, you get pretty high up. Oh, and then it's gone. Pre-book the buffet. And then there's a huge wait. Wow. Oh, gone. Pretty funny that we were just literally roaming around trying to walk off the pork chop and stumbled upon that really epic view.
Yeah.
Shout out to Abigail Chin. You can follow her on Instagram. I actually found out about this elevator from her videos. Literally just renovated this week. We were walking by like, what is this place? It looks so nice. So we stumbled upon a Hong Kong Jockey Club cafe. Super nice. They have like a cafe in addition to all the bedding. Now we've made it to a very traditional cha chan tang. It's called Kam Kam Fung Cafe. It's literally down the street from the pork chop curry shop. We're sitting here, we're sharing a table, which is very typical, and we're here for the bolo yao. So the bolo yao is a pineapple bun with butter. A bolo bao is a regular pineapple bun. And again, it gets its name from the fact that the sugary coating on the outside looks like the outside of a pineapple. So the bun itself, it's slightly warm, but definitely not warm enough to melt the butter. So we saw a guy here, a local, stab it with his fork, and it makes sense because then you don't get your hand dirty and you don't get the crumbs in your hand. This bolo bao is very dense. It's a thick boy. It's a thick boy. It doesn't squish much. It doesn't like have the. It has a slight squishiness. This is a filling bolo yao for sure. You have the crispy topping, thin pat of butter. Unlike some of the other places where it's a very thick slice of butter, this one's thinner and wider. So it's more distributed. It's a little easier to disperse the butter throughout the bolo yao. Got our milk tea. It's kind of watery. It's a very watered down milk tea. I would skip it. Let's also give a shout out to the lipstick, which is still intact after all of that eating. Okay, having had many bolo yaos in the past month, my current ranking is number 1, Chongheng in Happy Valley. Number 2, Sai Kung Bakery. Number 3, Kamwa Cafe. Number 4, this one here at Kam Fung. I have been meaning to revisit my cup of tea, which is also on this same street that we're on here in Wan Chai. I haven't been since we first moved to Hong Kong, so I definitely need to go back and try it again. So yeah, I'll update the rankings after that. But in my view, skip Kam Fung. There's better bolo baos and better milk tea. That milk tea was frankly bad. If you ever need a phone charger or a cable or a plant, this little market here is for you. Oh, because mid-autumn's coming, right? Get your shoe shopping, trinkets, clothing. So mid-autumn is coming, so you'll see all these little toys and lanterns to celebrate Mid-Autumn Festival. Okay, so last stop of today's very long lunch. I want to make up for that pretty terrible tea that we just had. So I'm going to introduce Mike to one of my new favorite tea shops. They use all natural ingredients and fresh fruit, and it's like slightly healthier than like if you were to get typical bubble tea. And it's called Mother Pearl. They have so many different teas, but they use all fresh fruit. They even have this terrace here. So the other day, they had a very cute doggy event that Crosby absolutely had the best time at. I got a petite and Mike got a regular. This is the mango molly. There's jasmine tea, fresh mango. There's mango, they call it mochi. It's like their own healthy, less sweet, less like healthier, better for you mochi. So refreshing. So Mike's is the passion fruit, and it has calamansi, which is the Filipino citrus. So refreshing. It has these like jellies. And if you're visiting the neighborhood, they also have Bakehouse here, which is famous for their sourdough egg tarts. This is Southhorn Playground. So on one side they have this giant soccer field, and on the other side they have basketball courts. On Sundays, this will be completely filled, people playing sports, just sitting in the spectator zone. And yeah, a very successful day in Wan Chai. We're now on the bus home. Public transportation, Hong Kong. top notch and also very affordable. Ate lots of really good food, ate some so-so food, but overall, a highly successful day of exploration. So if you like this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos from Hong Kong.